Are you having troubles being able to sort out your life? Do you have a nagging feeling that there's something more, that you have some kind of a mission, but you're not quite sure what it is? Would you like to feel like you are more a part of this society, more a part of this world than you have been before? Hi, my name's Luci McMonagle, and I am the Mystic Wealth Creator, and I mentor mystic entrepreneurs to create more freedom in their business through conscious wealth creation so that they can make a big impact in the world and leave a legacy. I truly believe that once we accept our mystic powers, our mystic abilities, and we use them as entrepreneurs, we are able to transcend this world as it is now and into a world that has more peace, more harmony, so that we can put an end to poverty and to slavery. So you might be asking yourself, why am I here? What am I doing here? And you have this deep, deep sense of a mission that you're supposed to do, but you're not quite sure what that mission is. You're not quite sure what you're supposed to do. You just keep going on day by day, wondering, oh, is this all there is? Just working 9 to 5, or maybe you're an entrepreneur and you just keep putting in time, putting in time, putting in time, but you just don't quite feel like you've succeeded in creating your mission or actually succeeded in creating purpose in other people's lives. So the first thing I wanted to identify with you is, are you a mystic and you don't even know it? So some of the things that will tell you whether or not you're a mystic is that you may have had these feelings, these emotions, these sensations, these knowingnesses that you've experienced in your life. So perhaps you have had paranormal or supernatural experiences, things that you can't fully explain, but somehow you know that they are true. You might have this deep sense of feeling homesick. Even when you were a child, you might have felt like you were just out of place. You didn't quite fit in. You might feel like you're on some type of a mission. You're here on a mission and you've forgotten the instructions. Oh, that's a rough one. I definitely understand that one. Some people may have called you too sensitive. Other people may have teased you when you were a child because you're so intelligent. You may have been called brainy. And sometimes other individuals might call you an old soul because you had wisdom that you would speak about that was far beyond your years, far beyond what your physical age is. So some of the other signs that you might be a mystic is that all forms of justice is really important to you. You might have some extremely high mental energies, but maybe not so much physically. And some of the things that you also know or sense or feel is that you're very loving, you're very caring, and sometimes you just don't get why other people are mean or hateful or how such horrible things can be done to other people. And you are very, very happy to be free. When I say you're happy to be free is that you don't necessarily feel like you have to commit to other individuals. You don't feel obligated, but you choose to. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not having a monogamous marriage with individuals. You might just feel like this is a choice that you choose to have. And some people may seem like they're more attached to you than what you get to them. And you understand that's just the way of your life. So the other thing is that even if you are with a partner or if you're in circumstances with the other people, that you actually have to have a need for self-expression. You have to have freedom in your life, in your business, and in your work, whatever you're doing. So these are telltale signs that you are a mystic, and you might even not be aware of them. Now, some of the things that I'm going to talk about today is how you can start defining what is your mission? What is your purpose? Why did you come here? What are you all about? And some of the clues are going to seem so incredibly obvious that you're going to look at them and say, I don't think so. But stay with me here because I'm going to give you some really juicy good tips. And then from there, I'm going to give you information on how you can get a hold of me so that I can help you really start diving into what are your greatest soul gifts that you're meant to bring into this world. What are your soul attributes? So one of the questions that you might start pondering is, how exactly do I find my soul mission and my soul purpose? Now, first of all, the soul purpose is always expressing itself. Your purpose will always express itself. Now, some of the ways that a purpose might express itself seems a little bizarre, but let me explain. So let's say one of your soul purposes is that you're meant to be a writer. And the idea of being a writer and writing a book absolutely horrifies you. You're like, I'm not a writer. I'm not even good with English. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to write a book, but what it does mean is you may be responding to a lot of emails. You might be into technical writing. You might have to express it through writing letters, through using words, through songs. Words in particular inspire you and they make you feel motivated. This is a clue that your soul purpose is expressing its writing through the use of words. Let's say another soul purpose that you might have is that you're meant to bring a sense of security into other people's lives. And so it's going to be expressing itself by you're always prepared. Let's say you're the one person that if anything should happen, you have spare Band-Aids in your purse or in your backpack. You have miscellaneous things that if anybody would need something, you probably have it or you have it pretty near to you. And you're always able to respond a little bit calm, a little bit cool, and help people through their emergencies and their emotional crises. Some of the work that you might be doing, if this is your soul expression, is care providing, or you might be in the healthcare field of some sort. You might be a nurse or a doctor, and you're still sensing that there's more for you to do. There's more that you're meant to be in order to fulfill your destiny. Some of the things that you might have been curious and pondering about is, what is my destiny? Well, your destiny is always unfolding of and in itself, and that's something that you don't seek, but it seeks you. So you'll start noticing that you have opportunities brought to you, and doors will open and other doors will slam shut directly in your face. Now, that's very difficult when we start having doors slam shut in our face, because we're like, oh, that's what I wanted. That's what I was going for. That's what I decided I was going to do. So let me give you an example of a door slammed in your face. Let's say you're in college and you're taking up a certain degree. And I'm going to use arts as a degree. So let's say you're doing arts, you're practicing, you're in drama classes, and all of a sudden you seriously injure yourself from one of these classes. And I don't mean just a little injury. I mean you seriously injure yourself where you just can't continue doing what you were doing. You are absolutely frustrated. You're angry. You're so sure that you were supposed to be acting and you were so sure that you were supposed to be doing this. However, now that door is closing to you and you're not capable. And as you start looking for, why did this happen to me? What's going on? How am I going to figure this out? Then all of a sudden you'll start noticing other venues, other doors opening for you, and opportunities showing up that you would have never ever seen had you kept going in that same direction. So that's a part of your destiny, doing a course correction. Some of the course corrections can be very, very easy, or they can be very difficult. Some of the course corrections I have had was listening to my intuition and, deciding, okay, so today I'm not going to go to the grocery store. Seemed pretty easy. Something, how does that have to do with your destiny? But then on the news later on that day, I discovered that had I gone to the grocery store at that particular moment, I would have been in an accident. That's the course correction that's very easy. I paid attention, got busy, wasn't able to do what I quote unquote set to do that particular day. And it resulted in a direction that prevented me from being in an accident. Now, other course corrections I had have been very, very difficult, such as losing my health, losing my house a long time ago, and losing finances. Those were huge course corrections in order for me to start bringing out my greatest abilities into the world, which directly led me to why I'm here on this video talking to you and explaining to you that your destiny will always seek you, and it will always find ways so that you are always within your destiny. Now, let's get to the juicy part. Your mission. What is your mission? How do you start finding out what your mission is? And why do you have this strange feeling that you have a mission? So your mission is something that is greater that you're meant to bring into this world. It can be an energy. It can be something that is a legacy, such as maybe you wrote a book, you've created videos, you've posted things on the internet. Maybe it's something as simple as you are smiling and allowing a person to walk across the street. And that person who's walking across the street who looked pretty depressed and dreary, you could have brightened their entire day and prevented them from harming themselves, preventing them from doing something that was really, really bad. So your mission can be little tiny insignificant acts, which I call acts of grace. And these acts of grace, these invisible acts of grace that you produce every single day, every moment, is forming parts of your mission. And it will give you clues on what you're meant to bring into the world. So the way that you start discovering what your mission is to start going into a meditation at least once or twice a week and asking yourself, what is my mission? What am I meant to bring into this world? When you're able to start bringing those things into this world, you can start developing what I call your true soul purpose. One of the ways that you can really start tapping into these is to pay attention. What are some of the things that you do over and over again, consciously and subconsciously? Start paying attention to the doors that are opening and the doors that are closing in your life. Your destiny will lead you to the least resistance, and your mission is going to help you to bring something greater into the world. But you can't birth this greatness into the world if you're focusing on negativity, if you're focusing on why the world is all messed up, or if you're focusing on why other people do this or do that. If you start focusing on how can I be of service to myself and to other people, how can I be a better person, and start looking at personal development, start looking at ways that you can start expressing your self, expressing your freedom. If you would like to have some assistance on how exactly do I know what some of my attributes are, how exactly do I really get to know myself better, I would like to offer you a discovery session with me so that you will be able to really start finding out if you and I are a good fit to work together, B, to find out what are some of the tips and the strategies that I might give you, because I'm not going to have you call me and then have you leave empty-handed. Now, obviously I won't be able to fix your entire life or anything by a few tips or a few strategies, but I can give you a few arrows on what might be helpful for you. And then also, I might have a resource if you and I aren't meant to work together. I don't work with everybody. I'm very articulate on who I work with because my goal is to ensure your success. And if you are not successful, then I get frustrated, and I don't like being frustrated. If you are at a level where my services would not benefit you, but you're still looking for somebody to help you, I will refer you to somebody that I feel that would be able to be qualified, or I will find a reference for you. So having a discovery session with me does not mean that you and I will work together. It means that you and I are looking at the option and the opportunity to see if it's a fit. You can get on my personal calendar and answer a few questions so I can prepare at chat, C-H-A-T, with W-I-T-H, Luci, that's with an I, L-U-C-I, so chatwithluci.com. Fill in the time that works for you, and then fill out the questionnaire that I have so that I can prepare. And then we can see on whether or not it's a fit to work with you and I, and how you can truly start tapping into your mystical powers, bringing these superpowers into the world, and being able to bridge your spirituality with your practicality and help you move forward and bring into this world that which you were desiring, that which you were meant to bring into this world. Again, my name's Luci McMonagle. I am the Mystic Wealth Creator, and I am here to be of service to mystic entrepreneurs. Whether you know you're mystic or not, we can find out. And if you're just curious about me, if you'd like to just check me out, but you're not interested in having a discovery call, go to my website at lucimcmonagle.com. That's LuciMcMonagle.com, lucimcmonagle.com. So it's been a blessing. It's been fabulous. If you have any questions, please make sure you put them in the comments below so that I can answer them, or you can get a hold of me through Messenger, or you can be able to go onto my website and go to my contact page and get a hold of me there. So until next time, abundant blessings.